Good morning. It is Wednesday, January the 20th. It is cold as all blazes outside, but it's warmer than it was a few days ago. Um, I am going to talk today for a little bit about the crystals I have in my shop. I know I've had people asking about crystals, so I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how I sell crystals in my shop. We did talk about the crystal skulls. Those are a consignment piece, or consignment pieces. So those come in and they're priced by the person who owns them right now. We've talked about the crystal wands, and those are all priced according to what they are. I also sell crystals in jewelry form, but not very many because I don't want to carry a lot of jewelry. So I have a few bracelets and a few types of necklaces and pendants. I also sell crystals by the piece, and I do that in two ways. Bigger crystals I sell priced as marked, and they can be anything from $2 to $20. Or I have the crystal table, which is what you're looking at right now. And the crystal table is the everything is $1 table. So every one of these little jars holds crystals in it of different kinds, and the crystals inside are each $1 a piece, regardless of size. So, and that makes a difference because some crystals are more expensive crystals. So to get $1 crystal out of the batch means you might be getting something kind of small. For example, these are malachites, and you can see how little they are, and these are $1 a piece, which you can imagine I don't get too many takers. But malachite is really expensive. Flip side to that is, this is a selenite blade, a selenite wand that came in, and these are $1 a piece. So for size comparison, that's as big as my hand. So it all kind of depends on what the crystal is and how much I had to pay to get it. I have on here a variety, quite a variety actually. I have several different types of calcites. I have sunstones and rose quartz and amethyst and regular quartz and pyrites. So I have all the basics. Some of the new ones that I got in, I just got in some really beautiful new rough sunstones, which might be kind of fun to polish down if somebody's in the polishing mood. But I kind of like rough stones just as they are. But they're these nice big chunks. Rose quartz, I got some new chunks of rose quartz in too. And I got both polished and raw, and those are good sized chunks as well. The other thing I like to have on my table is I have this little book here. This is called The Magic of Crystals and Gemstones. I used to carry it in the shop, but I don't think I'm going to anymore. I don't even know who authored this one. It's one of those several people got involved kind of things, I think. But this book, as you can kind of see, maybe not, might be too much glare, but it lists all these different crystals, and then you go in there and you find your crystal, and it tells you a little bit about it. So it tells you what its mythology is and what it can be used for. So this is a pretty small scale book. You know, this isn't like the Melody Loves in the Earth Bible, where you can pull up a crystal and it'll tell you like its Mohs rating, its origin, its mythology, its astrology, its chakra, its color, its tonality. The Melody book will tell you all of that stuff, and then some. But this is just a nice basic for most crystal beginners kind of book. And that's what this table is designed for, is for people who are crystal beginners. This table is designed for the people who say, I hear working with crystals can help me out with things, and do you have a crystal for? And this will usually get most people started. These are great crystals for putting in pockets, putting in medicine pouches. I used to carry mine around in my bra because as a larger woman, it is frequently difficult to find pants with pockets in them. And I don't know if it's because the pants making people are afraid we might put cookies in the pockets or something. I don't know what the deal is. But I carried a lot of crystals around in my bra because it was the only pocket type thing I had. Of course, you want to be careful with that. Generally, that would be polished crystals, not raw ones. But yeah, these are good crystals for beginners. These are your standards. You know, you've got like labradorite and angelite and iolite and moonstone and sunstone and rhodonite and things that people are accustomed to. There's a few man-mades, like I've got some cherry quartz back there. I've got some beautiful little goldstone up here. Everybody loves goldstone. Goldstone is gorgeous. I don't know if you can catch the pretty of that. Oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that. I'm a fan of goldstone, as you can tell. I have a nice little section of tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is my favorite crystal of all time. Geodes. I have a couple of odd little bowls. Like I have one bowl that's just assorted stones, and it's assorted stones because I just can't quite figure out what they are. And then there's another little bowl that's a priced as marked bowl, and those are usually like little tiny crystals that I've bagged up, like 2 or 3 maybe in a baggie, and they're priced for that. Or maybe it's just one tiny little crystal that I've priced at maybe $1 or something. So it's just little bags of crystals. And of course I have slag because, you know, as I've talked before on other videos, I'm a fan of the Michigan slag. It's beautiful. So yeah, this is kind of the crystal table. This is how the crystal table works here. It's fairly low. It's probably only about 3 feet high, so people can get to it. And let's see, the table's about 4 feet across by about, I don't know, 2.5 feet deep. So yeah, it's a fair amount of crystals here. And I'm always getting new ones in. Like I'm expecting some garnets to come in. I think I ordered some new amethyst. So I've got some other crystals that are coming in too. And this is always changing. Things are selling out or things are coming in. So there, that's your real basic crystal table. I am happy to announce that I have broken my dry streak on my community service. I have put in almost 2 hours already. So I am behind, but I have started. That's 2 hours on my 100-hour for the year goal. So, woo! Almost there! And the charity I'd like to talk about today, because a lot of us are noticing the, and how can you not, the amount of celebrity and profile people who have died in the last couple of weeks because of cancer. And so cancer is kind of on the forefront for a lot of people because it's hard when you have media constantly screaming at you about who's dead, and why are they dead? And it just seems like we had a bam, 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 just a whole lot of high-profile people in a very short amount of time who've all died of cancer. So one of the charities that I would like to talk about, well, the only charity I'm going to talk about today, and very briefly, is Gilda's Club. Gilda's Club has chapters in most major cities, and you can look them up generally by typing in Gilda's Club in Google, of course, but like for example, the one that is closest to us is Gilda's Club in Madison, and you can type in Gilda's, Gildas, gildasclubmadison.org, and that'll take you right to the site. And what Gilda's Club does is they are a support group. They are a charity that supports people with cancer and families who have someone in them that has cancer. And this is for men and women and children. So they have programs for family members of and survivors of and victims of and children. They have programs that are therapeutic programs for kids that are play programs. But they do a really good job. And I think you ought to check them out. They're a good group of people. So that's gildasclubmadison.org is the local branch for those of you around Madison, Wisconsin. Otherwise, like I said, just Google out Gilda's Club, and you'll usually find the chapter closest to you. That'll pop up pretty quick. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. You didn't get to look at me much today, did you? But I hope this helped out a little bit. And if you're local, come stop in. Come look at the crystals. I'm not pressuring you to buy. Just come in and take a look at some crystals. They're a lot of fun to look at. And I will check back in with you again next week, next Wednesday. Until then, stay warm, stay cozy, be safe, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.